from the USA, helping you get paid every day. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the Cristo of crypto. It's your boy BK. And if you don't like me, you must not like money. It's November 8th, and we have some breaking news. Bitcoin, the cryptoverse just got an announcement through the wire. Said SEGWIT2X is canceled. And as a result, you already know I'm about that money. So that's why I'm live on the air with this breaking report to help you get paid, help you understand what this means for the cryptoverse and how we can profit from it as a result. If this is your first time tuning in, congratulations, baby. You are now rocking with the best. My name is BK. My friends know me as the crypto trader, and I am the boss of these charts, as you will soon find out. Go ahead, do yourself a favor. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and click that bell, because every day I grace this microphone with my voice. Another day, somebody can profit as a result, and today is no exception. So with that being said, we are jumping into our chat live on the air right now. I see 200 people rocking on the air with me right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick somebody at random and get somebody paid. The question of the day, you already know, is with SEGWIT2X essentially changing the landscape of the cryptoverse as we know it right now. What altcoin should we buy today, and what will have the biggest gain by this weekend? That's the question of the day. What altcoin do you think will break out as a result and go to the moon in the next 5 days? So let's see. We're just going to jump in here right now. Jump on and pick somebody. I actually saw one answer, honestly, that was like legit. I was looking through these answers while people were typing it, and it's interesting, but I don't want to do that. I'll give him props later. I just saw it, but I'll pick somebody at random. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Who do we got? Let's go with number 3. Who's ever the third one over my mouse? That's 1, 2, 3. Bam! Muhammad said Neo to the moon. Shout out to my man Muhammad. It very well might be the case. So this is what we're going to do right now. I'm about to copy and paste your name into our Facebook group. It is the #1 Bitcoin group in the world. You type that in on Facebook right now. You can come join us. The doors are always open. 14,000 of my best friends come together 7 days a week to help each other get paid. Together, we all make money. And so my man Muhammad, I'm going to say Bitcoin winner of the day. So do me a favor, jump in on Facebook, shoot me a message with your Bitcoin wallet. I'll send you a couple bucks BTC as a token of my appreciation. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your support to our community. And without further ado, I'm going to do what I do best and try to make this money. Let's go. What I want to do right now is I'm going to go through a few sources for information. And this first source is none other than my man Big Lev. He's one of the mods in the chat right now. Shout out to Lev, holding it down for Cape Town. And he put this in our Facebook group. This was before I even knew about anything for this SEGWIT2X. You can see 2 hours ago, right? Huge. That's all he said. Huge. Big Lev, he already knew what was happening. He just said huge and just left it. I like that. I like that. So this is essentially, it looks like some forum that was an official release from the CEO of BitGo. And essentially what they said here, this was more or less, you know, an unofficial announcement, because cryptocurrency has no ambassador, no official voice, no president, CEO, none of that, right? Everything just kind of happens autonomously, right? And that's the beauty of it. But this was from Mike at bitgo.com. BitGo is, I think they're a cryptocurrency processing company. So essentially what they said here was he was describing the background of SEGWIT, what it initially started as. It was really just an idea a long time ago. I remember that's what I was going to say. SEGWIT has been a topic, no joke, for like 6 months. I feel like it's been talked about longer than that. I remember they had this big voting thing where, you know, the miners had to signal their support for SEGWIT, and then the ASIC miners didn't want it. And it was all this stuff all going on with the bureaucracy, just trying to get to a decision point. And what he talks about is initially what they wanted was a smooth upgrade for Bitcoin. You have to understand that Bitcoin is a product, right? It's a technology that's a product. So think about back in the day when you got Windows, a new computer, your Internet Explorer, for example, Windows 1.0, right? And then, you know, there would be bugs in the system, flaws in the system. More people would start using it. They would have to do server upgrades and, you know, accommodate better websites. Back in the day, they didn't have Flash or, you know, Adobe Script or CSS, jQuery. It was really just words on a screen just like this. But as time progresses, as more people come, as technology improves, a product, one simple piece of software can have 15, 20, 30 different improvements. And essentially what they're saying here is SEGWIT was envisioned to be an improvement to the original product of Bitcoin, right? And what they were looking at doing was more or less upgrading the block sizes. I don't want to get too caught up in the weeds of how this would happen and all that, but essentially it was a modification. It was a change. It was basically going from Bitcoin 1.0 to Bitcoin 2.0 or 1.2, you know, one of those little, actually this would have been 2.0 because it was on a whole completely different group of rails. Which is why they would have did it before. But, you know, that's just kind of like a backdrop just to give you guys an understanding that change is not necessarily bad, especially when you're talking about technological innovation. Just imagine how many times nowadays we just click the button and forget about it. But imagine how many times you've updated the software on your phone or updated if you have an Apple computer, how many different, you know, operating systems you've updated from on the same computer. You know, I know on this one computer, I've used probably 4 different versions of iOS. And so essentially that's kind of what is happening here with SEGWIT. But one thing, Big Lev, I'm gonna need you to go charge that phone, man. You down 20%. You know what I'm saying? I need you to go plug into a wall. See, you plugged in. Okay, you plugged in. I was about to say, man, you can't, you know, I can't have your phone dying. I'm reading your post. Next thing you know, the post don't even go to your phone because the phone, no, I'm just joking. I'm just messing with you. But, you know, we like to have fun in our community. Again, I try to keep it light, keep it positive, keep it informative, and keep it empowering. So shout out to Lev for breaking that news more than 2 hours ago in the #1 Bitcoin group in the world. Now you can see why it's called that. I'm pretty sure we had CoinDesk speak on our release, but just the FYI, you know. But you know, by the time this thing got around the cryptoverse, everybody started posting different articles. This is one from CoinDesk that talks about 2X called off, hard fork, suspended, lack of consensus. That is the big word. That is the word of the day, people. That is what democracy looks like. Consensus, communal agreement. What's best for the gander is good enough for the goose. That's what it means right there. We don't have that anymore in many of our oligarchies. It's more or less a multinational conglomerate, corporate-backed oligarchy that most of us live under. No longer a consensus communal agreement, but the cryptoverse still operates as such, you know? And so this thing is really just saying the suspension was announced today in an email. Co-founder of Bitcoin argued that the scaling proposal is too controversial to move forward. Again, too controversial. What does that mean? You had too many chefs in the kitchen. Everybody wanted something different, and therefore nothing got cooked at all. Too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Says, unfortunately, it is clear that we have not built sufficient consensus. Do you see that, guys? See that consensus? That means we must agree before we act, right? It's just good to, you know, actually realize that this is actually what you want. No action is still an action in itself. The action of not taking an action is still very much an action. And that's what we did today as a crypto community. We took the action of not taking an action, but in doing that, we reinforced the meaning of community and not resulting to the self-interested parties that were heavily invested and heavily involved in this whole process. So it's really honestly, it's a good day for the cryptoverse as far as I'm concerned. Regardless if the price goes up, down, I could care less. But one thing that does remain is that we do hold true to being able to need to agree to something before everyone has to react to the action, right? And they're talking about the current path would divide the community and would be a setback to Bitcoin's growth. That's the biggest thing, you guys. Like, I didn't even know I was going to come on here and talk about this today, but that is the biggest opportunity of all of this cryptocurrency stuff. It's not, well, maybe part of it for, you know, a lot of us is to make money. But after that, like, it's not about, after you get enough money, you know, and your bills is paid and you ain't got to stress out living check to check for 2 weeks, you know, then it's about actually coming together as people, understanding why we're here and working together to achieve a common goal. For everyone listening to my voice right now, that common goal is to progress the community forward, to grow cryptocurrency, to grow the blockchain, to revitalize and realign civilization through all the different protocols, procedures, and innovations that are being built through ERC20 tokens, through Bitcoin, through cryptocurrency, through fintech, startups, digital innovation, augmented, autonomous, artificial intelligence, right? This is the next step, but it's really taking a step backwards and remembering that we are a community. It doesn't matter what kind of flag you wave or what language you speak, or, you know, if you're alt-right, pro-left, 6 feet, college educated, ex-felon, none of that matters. As humanity, as a member of humanity, you are a member of that community. And so that's what I see in this, is that they said that this action would in turn divide the community and be conflicting to the growth of our cause, right? We decided a long time ago individually, each one of us decided and personally has committed our personal wealth, right? None of us, you know how much money the other one has put in, but together we all have committed something to further this goal, to grow as a community. And that's what brings us all together, is the idea that a currency doesn't have to have some dead guy's face on it in order for it to have value. It doesn't have to be printed and controlled by a corporate-backed oligarchy in order for it to be accepted down the street at the butcher shop. It doesn't have to be, you know, printed in infinite amount for the baker to want to take it for a cake. It doesn't have to be, you know, manipulated and regulated and controlled with an interest rate, you know, in order for the farmer to want to grow some bale, in order to want to grow some hay, you know, in exchange for it, right? See what I did there? Adam Smith, I'll let your boy, Notre Dame MBA, you know what I'm saying? Ain't my first rodeo. But what it does allow for us is just, you know, and I had no idea what I was going to talk about today, but I'm glad I did get on this show, and I'm glad that these articles pop to the top, because it really reinforces the fact that we are all together. This thing is in its infancy, but at the core of it, it is a community. It's a global community with a global initiative and one voice. And that one voice is transparency, it's trust, it's autonomous, it's not manipulated, you know, it's not concealed behind closed doors and corporate penthouses where the regular person can't even get a transcript of the conversation. That's not it. It's not held to Wall Street. You know, it's not voted on by some stakeholders of some company that people don't even know exists. That's not it. It's really just an idea, you guys. An idea to create a process that gives power back to the people. United we stand, divided we fall. And today the community decided not to divide us. I think that's pretty cool. Now, how do we make some money from it? That was my rah-rah speech. You know what I'm saying? I normally save that for the end. I did it in the beginning this time. I didn't even know I was going to do it. I just felt it coming. Couldn't respond to it. Here we go. How do we make some money from all that, right? How do we make some money? CoinMarketCap.com. You look at the charts. This is what I would say. And I've been saying this for about 2 weeks now. We're setting up on another shift in the cycle in the economy. There have been some interesting things with the charts happen in the past 2-3 days. I didn't think would happen. I didn't think Bitcoin would be as strong as fast as it's been. That's in the past 2 hours, it's gone down a little bit. We could jump on the chart. I don't really want to. I don't think it's relevant. But what is relevant is that money will be moving in the market, right? You have to understand that when they said you had division, that means, what do we say? What do we say? What do we say over here? Community, one of the things said it was like division or interested parties, something like that. That basically means it was a lot of money that SEGWIT2X would go through. Remember that name I kept writing in the chart? That big company that built the rails that really doesn't do anything anymore. But they built the rails, have, 10 million merchants around the world, and together they take 3% of every transaction forever. Those two guys, we think it's a competition, but really it's not, because as long as one isn't putting the other out of business, both will make money forever. You remember that situation right there? Well, those guys essentially were looking to come to the blockchain, and they were hoping to do it through SEGWIT2X, have their own version of Bitcoin with a bigger network, connect all the businesses backed on their private network, and bring it to the blockchain. That didn't happen. So as a result, trust me, money is gonna move. It's not just gonna sit there and wait for the next year and maybe voting diligence to try to go through. It's gonna move. And so with that being said, we are looking on CoinMarketCap.com. We're looking downhill at some of the altcoins. But if you notice already, I said I want altcoins that have moved more than $10 million in the past 24 hours. You can do that on CoinMarketCap. All you do is click that one little bitty tab and make that icon, $10 million. And notice I said I want to categorize all these coins by BTC. I don't care about the USD. The USD ain't done nothing for me. Only thing that USD is good at doing is decreasing its value over time. You have to pay to do business in dollars, and that's what they call inflation. I call it robbery. They call it inflation. Enough said. So when I measure my assets, I measure them to Bitcoin, not to the USD. So therefore, we're looking at $10 million. We're looking at Bitcoin. And then I say, okay, well, show me the coins that have moved the most in the past hour. And I should probably refresh this window because it's probably changed a lot just in the little bit of time I've been talking to you. But we'll do that. Jump over here. Boom, boom. $10 million. BTC. And you can see what it does. The beautiful part about categorizing these different charts is that it narrows your scope down. So where we started with, 1,276 different cryptocurrencies, guess what we got right now? When you click that button right there, look at this. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We're down to about 30 or 40 different coins, right? And even from those, you could probably say, okay, now give me coins with a market cap of $100 million, right? Now you're really down to the coins you want to be looking at. I don't really play down here. I don't play with the penny stocks. I play with the big boys. I make the big boy money. You know what I'm saying? I got my big boy pants on. I don't eat at the little kiddie table no more. I can sit up with the billionaires because I plan to be one. So let's get used to it. But this is what you do. And look at that. Look at that already, guys. No joke. No joke. Every coin valued over $1 million, moving more than $10 million in the past day is positive. It's beaten Bitcoin in the past hour. And 95% of them are beating Bitcoin in the past day, right? And even, 80% of those, 90% of those beat Bitcoin in the past week. Money is moving back down to the alts. This is how you catch it. This is how you ride the wave. And this is how you put down 2 and pick up 6, right? That's all you do. We go where the money goes. So let's jump on a chart real quick and show you exactly what I'm talking about with one of these. Vertcoin, V-E-R-T. I didn't even want to do a chart, but this is the other thing I was going to show you guys. Actually, I'm going to hold off on Vertcoin. We'll do a chart tomorrow on them, but just know Vertcoin is a buy. VTC is a buy right now. So if you're on the 100-day trading challenge, I'm going to hit the reset button on that thing because this SEGWIT just changed the whole game. That's one of the reasons I've been holding off on it. But Vertcoin is a buy for anybody that's kind of been holding down the fort on the 100-day trading challenge. Vertcoin is a buy. You don't have to worry about all those other coins. Get rid of them. We're starting over. Vertcoin is a buy right now. With that being said, guys, total market cap on this whole thing. This is the last chart I wanted to show you, and what this is setting up for. I don't know if you realize it, but when you look at charts as long as I do, you start to see different patterns. This was basically a 2-step breakout with a nice bubble up consolidation. And I say bubble up, I mean, it's like bubbling up, but it's not going anywhere. This is a wedge, right? So if you put a straight line at the top right there, right, it would create like a little wedge formation. That's normally going to break out or break down. But when you have a 2-step into a consolidation bubble up right there, I think we'll have a pretty big breakout. That's been a very bullish pattern for any chart I looked at. Essentially, if I was able to throw my 231-day moving average on this thing, it would have kept going up, came down, and it would have probably started to flatline right about now. And that's where you get another breakout at, right? And this is the altcoins. This is total market capitalization, excluding Bitcoin. So this is just altcoin money right here. But you can see essentially for the past 2 months, we really haven't had any action on the altcoins, but we had a lot of action on Bitcoin. And that's why we've had the divergence. That's why all the altcoins are down 30, 40, 50, 60, 70% right now since July, right? But I don't think that's not the case anymore. We just showed you guys in the past day where this money is flowing. We showed you guys in the past hour, it's people licking their chops right now to buy some Vertcoin, right? They were hoping to buy it with some SEGWIT2X money, but they said, okay, if we ain't getting that, let's jump on it now. Bam! There you go, man. This is how you make money right here. Jump on one of these, in the middle of this list, 2, 3, 4%. Zcash is solid. OMG is one of the best charts on the market, right? Put down some money and cash out. Green over orange. You understand the boss method. We've been through it before. If you don't know, just check the link in the description. It's called How to Chart Like a Boss. It's that link right there at the top in the description. You click that video right now. You watch the first 3 videos. You go see how you can make money for the rest of your life and how you can buy your way out the maze. You know how you buy your way out the maze? With self-taught expertise. And that's what the boss method is. The more money you make, the more you understand money, the more confident you get with money, the less you have to worry about having one little bad day because you had so many good green days. You ain't even worried about it. I tell you what, 9 out of 10 days I look at the chart. I don't even honestly, I don't need to look at the chart. I made my money a while ago. I just come look at the chart so I know what to talk about on these videos. But as far as money go, I'm good, right? Now my mission is to help other people become good. And this is how you do it. You cut through the fat. $100 million, 10 million in the past hour. Show me Bitcoin. Bam. That's for the money right there. A lot of people ain't gonna never get this message. I've never given this lesson before on any video I've ever done. But this is how you identify where you want to play at. And we just jump in. We just jump in, ride the waves, right? That's the beauty of it. That is the beauty of it. All right, guys. That's a lot. That's a lot of information. It's a beautiful day for the cryptoverse. I'm very, very happy and very, very fortunate to be a part of it. This is one of the biggest audiences I've had in a while. thank you all, for allowing me, a platform to voice my ideas, opinions, and fantasies, idealistic fantasies. One day I dream of a world where, we don't have to be bound to the wars of fiat currency, but liberated from the promises of crypto. I believe in, something like that. I'll write that speech later, I guess. But there you go. Without further ado, let's go ahead and do our check-in. If you are in the chat right now, do me a favor, shout your country out. Let me know what nation you are in at right now. What nation you're joining us from. I know we have a global country. I think I got a voice reach of 113 different countries, 120 different countries, something crazy like that, So it's really amazing. This is actually one of my favorite parts of the video, where I can actually get on here, and see where people are coming in from, because you never know, right? You never know. So that's really cool. Let me know what country you're in, where you're joining us today from. And then also, you can see that was just one little tidbit right there to cut through the fat and get down to the money with categorizing, right? But if you want a few more tidbits, I told you it's a shift in the economy. I told you we rebuilding from the inside out, right? And that will ultimately bring us to Cryptopolis Civilization 2.0, rebuilt on the blockchain. This is more or less a list of the 10 coins that will, mark my words, they will build the path to a $1 trillion market cap. I've started to take the path of identifying the sectors, just like Bloomberg does, of the different industries. So we have retail, we have technology, we have infrastructure, we have finance, and I give you the top coins that are building the future in this report. I think it's one of my best works yet. It was a communal activity with the mods in the Facebook group. They've already received the report, and they said that's a good list. That's a good list. So, it's mod approved. It can be yours as well. $25 on bossofbitcoin.com. You go there right now. It's a link in the description for you. Come on and show your support to the community. I got a couple other products as well for your review, if you please. With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and wrap this thing on up. Who do we have rocking out with the boss right now? I might need to reload this window, because I don't know if you guys can hear me, or if I think it's just a lag. Here we go. Austria is big. Shout out to my man, Big Lev, right here. One of the mods holding it down for Cape Town. Hey, let me tell you too. Lev was in the chat when I was doing like my second or third video. I remember I had like 100 subscribers, and Lev, jumped in the chat, and I was like, "Where you from? Where you got from?" South Cape Town, Africa. Bam! There you go, right there. Thanks, BK. Much love from Cape Town. Thank you, Lev, for breaking the news to our community more than 2 hours ago, man. That was pretty awesome. Shout out. Australia, Lithuania, UK, North Carolina, big in the building. London is big in the building. Big Eric, hold it down for the BK. Bama, what's going on? Miss Diana, queen of the charts, in from New Zealand. Belgium in the house. Big things coming for Diana Rodriguez too. She's pretty amazing with the chart. She done made our people a lot of money in the Facebook group. So that's what I'm saying. Make sure you jump in there. It's gonna be a lot of charts come up, today and tomorrow, to help you make money. So make sure you join us on Facebook, because it's eating time. London, Texas, UK, Australia, Canada. Ranger here from Hartford, Connecticut. What's going on? South Africa, I see you. Thank you for joining us. Baltimore, Michigan, Philly, Norway, Canada, France, Maryland, right? US holding it down in Houston, Thailand, Sacktown, boss walking on the West Coast. Haiti, what's up? USA, ATL, Missouri, France, Philly all day, Slovenia, West Virginia, Canada, and Austin, Texas. Bam! That's what I'm talking about, man. That's just a snippet of our community. We are global, a global community, one mission, one voice, one cause, one purpose to change the world $1 at a time. I hope you like it. I hope you like it, because that's what it's going to be, right? That's what we got. Come build the future with us. Join us on this journey. It will be well worth the voyage. That being said, it's that time of the day. Signing out, this the boss. Woo! I got carried away. We got to give away some more money. Question of the day, round 2. If you didn't get paid on the first time, here's your chance. I go back, rewind it, take it from the top. This is what we're doing. Leave your answer in the comments of this video. Question of the day, what is your favorite site for crypto news? My favorite site is Facebook group. I told y'all that already. Big Lev proved it for me. My favorite site is the Facebook group. So what's your favorite site? Leave me your answer in the comment on this video. It's that time of the day, signing out. This the boss. Your boy BK, no matter where you stay, Brazil to Bay, California, all the way back out to Germany. Good night, good morning, and good day. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for your time. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video if you appreciate mine. Until we meet again, stay cryptic, y'all. Peace.